Welcome back to yet another event guide. We leave behind the More Jump and the 4th World Link event to return to yet another marathon event. The event in question is called Perspective for Smile and will run from May 23rd to May 29th. And this is a Wonderland Showtime unit-focused permanent marathon event in the cute attribute. The focus character for this event is Emu with the supporting cast of TSUKASA, Rui, Nene, and Wonderland Showtime Len. With the event synopsis reading as follows. After finishing their training at Shunmeiza, the members of Wonderland Showtime went on to their next destination. Theatrical group Mikazuki Gumi, another theater company that specializes in stage combat. In here, Emu and the others are challenged to perform in a play that requires intense, vigorous use of their bodies. And of course, since this is a standard marathon event, we have 2 exchange shop cards once again in the exchange shop. Taking the 2-star slot is Nene with her card Understanding Tokawa Gosen's Feelings. Nene is a scorer skill card in the Mysterious attribute, and this means that she sees use in 3 future events. The first event she will see use in is literally the next event, Streaming with Friends Wedding Live. This event will run from May 31st to June 8th, and in the gacha is Nene Minori and Wonderland Showtime Luca, meaning of course that the 2-star card is of lower gameplay value. This is followed by the event You Are My Hero that will run from March 10th to March 18th, 2026. In the gacha is Tsukasa, Airi, and Mizuki, meaning that the 2-star Nene from Perspective for Smile is higher gameplay value as she's only ever available with a 50% bonus during this event. Finally, Nene will see use in the event Choices for the Future that will run from April 22nd to April 28th, 2026. In the gacha for this event is Emu, Nene, and Wonderland Showtime Kaito, meaning of course that Nene is lower gameplay value as she is available with a 70% bonus during this event. And taking the 3-star slot is Rui with his card Tengu's Swordsmanship. Rui's card, just like Nene, is a mysterious attribute card with a scorer skill, the skill name being Greedy Director. And despite sharing the same attribute, Rui only sees use in 1 future event. He will see use alongside Nene in the event Choices for the Future, once again running from April 22nd to April 28th. And with Nene, Emu, and Kaito in the gacha, Rui is of course of higher gameplay value unlike Nene. This because Rui is only ever available with a 50% bonus during this event since he has no card in the gacha, making his 3-star exchange shop card quite high gameplay value. And both of these cards will of course be available for the standard prices for exchange shop card once the event proper opens. But of course, running alongside the event is the event gacha called Encountering the Unknown Cosmic Opera that will run from May 23rd to May 31st. And this is a standard permanent gacha, meaning that these cards will enter the standard gacha pool once the event ends. As usual, there are 3 cards added, and these cards are considered the event focus cards, meaning they will grant a 70% bonus during event team building. And all 3 cards being added will share the event attribute being cute. But due to them being of the cute attribute, they do not have any future usability as it currently stands. Because of this, I will be skipping the future usability section as there's no use in mentioning it 3 times in a row. And because we had no colorful corner despite the event and gacha names for May being confirmed, the card names and skill names for the cards have not been announced, meaning that I will be using the Japanese translation names for this video. But starting us off is of course our focus character for the event, Emu with her card, One Who Laughs at the World.
Yare yare, hone ga oreru.
Emu is a perfect scorer skill card with the skill name If I Were Born in a Different Era, and perfect scorer skill cards will grant 110% score bonus for 5 seconds for perfect taps only. And because these are permanent cards, they will only arrive with a new costume, Emu's being called Galaxy Slug Girl. As for new limited cards for Emu, she has 2.5 upcoming ones. Emu's first new limited card comes from the event Wonder Horror Test of Courage that will run from August 31st to September 8th. Her second limited card comes from the event Connected Heart Message that will run from February 28th to March 8th, 2026. And Emu's semi-limited card is her new Whirling card from the event Dear My Fellows that will run from May 9th to May 21st, 2026. With Whirling cards of course only ever being available in future unit gachas once the Whirling gacha concludes. As for rerunning gachas, Emu has 2 that is upcoming very soon. As always, remember that the second rerun of any given limited gacha is the final rerun before the gacha is discontinued and the cards join the Recollection Festival. As always, I suggest you watch my guide video on the original Recollection Festival, linked down in the description if you wanna know more information. But the first gacha we will encounter is the first rerun of the Eternal Bells gacha in June, with this gacha having its second rerun already confirmed for February 2026. And this is then instantly followed by the final rerun of the Cybersnipe gacha in July. So Emu definitely has some solid options upcoming, but our second character in the gacha is TSUKASA with his card An All-Out Dash to Become a Star. TSUKASA has a healer skill called Engrossed in Period Drama, and healer skills will recover 350 life and grant an 80% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1, with TSUKASA's new costume being called Universe Gentleman. And TSUKASA does not have a single normal limited card upcoming. The first one we will see is the one with a massive asterisk, being the Ian Star crossover collab that ran between February 15th and March 2nd, 2026. The problem is that just like the Sanrio collab, we have no idea if we're getting this collab at all. We have no clue if Colorful Palette or Ensemble Stars intend on bringing this collaboration to the West at all, meaning that there is a chance that we will not get these cards at all on the English server. There is also a possibility that if this collaboration is confirmed, it could be coming earlier or later to the English server than it did on the Japanese one. Both cases have happened in conjunction with the 7 Deadly Sins and the Sanrio collaboration. So I cannot say for certain if this collaboration will happen at all, and if it does, I cannot say that it will happen on the dates I listed down below. This is just the general time frame we saw on the Japanese server to have a point of reference. TSUKASA's second card is of course his semi-limited card from the Whirling event Dear My Fellows, once again running from May 9th to May 21st, 2026. And as for the rerun situation, TSUKASA has 3 upcoming ones. The first gacha we will see is the first rerun of the City of Spirits gacha in July, with the second rerun already confirmed for January 2026. This is followed by the second rerun of Lion Dance in August. The final gacha we will see is the Grow Up With Me gacha that will have its first rerun in October, with its second rerun recently confirmed for May 2026. So TSUKASA's situation is definitely weird, but leaving that behind, we have our final character in the gacha, Wonderland Showtime Len and his card Training Together. Len is a Perfect Locker skill card with the skill name Let's Try Doing a Historical Play. And Perfect Locker skill card will change all bad and hires into perfects for 5.5 seconds and grant an 80% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1. With the final costume added with the gacha being called Cosmic Rabbit Boy. And Len actually has 2 upcoming limited cards. The first one will come from the event Put Your Heart Into This One Stitch that will run from January 31st to February 8th. And this is followed by the event And So The Clock Hands Started Ticking that will run from April 30th to May 6th, 2026. with Len, just like Emu, having 2 upcoming reruns. The first one will come in the form of the Emotional Music March Gacha that will have its first rerun in September, with its second rerun confirmed for March 2026. And after that we will see the first rerun of the Your Tickets to the City of Splendors Gacha in December, with no second rerun yet confirmed. But that covers all of the cards added with Encountering the Unknown Cosmic Opera, meaning we can move on to the event team building. And I will try something a little bit different for the visuals of this event team building, as I have gotten suggestions from a few of you guys on how you would like to see me change the event team building visuals. So down in the comments later, please tell me if you prefer the new one or if you prefer the old version that I've been doing for a very long time now. But starting us off with the asterisks for the 2-star and 3-star cards, we have 3 of them. With the 3-star TSUKASA from the event Backlight Lens Flare, the 2-star Emu from the same event, and the 2-star Rui from Rise as One having yet to enter the standard gacha pool as we currently speak. This means that if you did not play during Backlight Lens Flare or Rise as One, these cards will be wholly unavailable to you. But this means we can move on to the 4-star card with 18 available for this event. And this time around we have 5 events that brought more than 1 card to the event team building. 2 of them are limited, 3 of them are permanent. The first limited event to release was an ode for the pure heart that brought a Rui and a Wonderland Showtime Len. And this of course was followed by the event Close Game Offline that brought an Emu and a Nene. As for the permanent gachas, the first one to arrive was On This Holy Night I Sing that brought Nene, Wonderland Showtime Miku and Wonderland Showtime Meiko. This was followed by the event On the Stage of Dazzling Lights with TSUKASA, Nene and Rui in that gacha. Finally, we have the event The Phoenix in the Distant Sky that brought TSUKASA, Emu and Nene, which leaves us with 5 4-star cards that comes from scattered events. 2 limited, 1 crossover card, 1 semi-limited, and 1 permanent. The first limited card arrived with the event Let Sekai Hear Your Song in the form of the Wonderland Showtime Miku, followed by the TSUKASA from the event Hello to a New Day, also known as 3rd Anniversary. With the crossover limited card of course coming in the form of the Sanrio collab Emu. The semi/uni limited card is of course the Rui from the first Wonderland Showtime World Link event with your sights set on stardom, set sail. With the final card being of the permanent variety from the event Musical Twilight Parade, being a Wonderland Showtime Rin. That covers all of the 4-star card, with 2 additional birthday cards also available in the form of the first year Emu and the second year TSUKASA. But that is our final event team building. And at this point the card selection for certain events start getting so big and bloated that I have a hard time actually gauging how good of an event team building selection it is. This time around 8 out of 18 cards are some form of limited, with 9 of the remaining 10 permanent cards coming from Wonderland Showtime unit focused events. Of course, some of the limited cards comes from highly anticipated gachas such as 3rd Anniversary, the Sanrio collaboration and Cybersnipe, which I know is very popular. But this doesn't change the fact that 8 out of these cards are limited in some form, one being locked to a World Link event, another one being locked behind a crossover event. 2 of the cards even already fully discontinued since November of last year. And the unit focused events that we are seeing in the event team building are very spread, with one of them being from the first year of the game, one of them being from the second, and the last one being from the third. So my gut reaction is to say that this event team building is weak, but seeing how many cards are available, I also feel like I'm being too harsh. As always, event team building is very much personalized in a certain way, as some people will find this event team building super easy if they're a big Wonderland Showtime fan, while others will have a really hard time. I'm mostly trying to gauge on a more average standpoint how hard an event team building is, and I can see this event team building being quite difficult for a number of late game players. I will also point out very disappointingly that there are not 5 available 3-star cards without an asterisk, meaning that if you did not play during Backlight Lens Flare in February, you have no way to actually have a full 3-star team if you have no 4-star cards available as a mid-game or even early game player. And I never like it when that's the case, as 3-star cards is a great way to fill out your roster even as a late game player if you do not have 4 stars in all slots. But those are just my ramblings about the event team building, and I don't have much more to say. So once the event concludes, we will see an Afterlive. The Afterlive this time around will be available between May 29th and May 30th. Participating in the Afterlive during the allotted time period will get you 300 crystals and a stamp. The stamp this time around of Emu called And the virtual live item added with this event is yet another head accessory, this time in the form of glowing flame eyes. If you want these determined flame eyes to customize your avatar, it will either set you back 3000 virtual tokens or 1000 crystals. And of course, since this is a unit-focused event, we will have a commissioned song called Opera Space Opera. This song will be granted to you through your in-game mailbox on May 29th. This song will release with a Sekai version as well as a virtual singer version. It will then get 2 alt covers at different points. The first alternative vocal we will see is the Len version that should be releasing around December 20th. This is then followed by the Emu alternative vocal somewhere around April 22nd, 2026. So if you're a massive Emu or Len fan, you can look forward to both of these alternative vocals at their designated release time. But with that, we have covered everything we needed to know about the new event Perspective for Smile. I personally love the card from this event as they feel very unique, especially in the art style for the trained art, but as well as in matching the Wonderland Showtime vibes while still doing something different with the outfits. But I have already given far more than enough of my own opinions in this video, so I wanna hear your opinions, as I always love to read your comments and hear what your thoughts are about the game. While you're down there, make sure that you're subscribed, have rung the bell, left a like, and shared the video with a friend, as all of these things help me immensely in my growth as a channel. And I of course want to extend a massive thank you to all of my patrons, especially my append players being Bambi, Charlie Toyism, Gabby C, Helen P001 Star, Katie, Mia Marie 21, Opal Siren, Petterish, Romaru, Shoop, Snobby Hickory, and Veritas Uwu. I can never thank you enough for believing in me continuously and deciding to spend your money in supporting me. It truly is something that is unfathomable to me personally. If you want to join them in supporting me that little bit extra, a link will be down in the description to my Patreon. But with that, we have covered everything we needed to cover, so I will not keep you here any longer. Let's get out of here for the week.